fucking blow it. Although, look, again, if you couldn't tell already from the beginning, this is not going to be PG, everybody, so just buckle up. Everybody put their fucking seatbelts on for this one, because I'm going to piss a lot of people off with this. Neal Brown, the beating teams below 500 merchant, strikes again, everybody. This game was the definition of an ass-off or a diarrhea contest. Who shits themselves first and who fumbles the game away first. And it just so happens that Kansas this year must really fucking suck, because they were up by 11. They pulled a WVU up by 11 with 5 minutes left and then fucking blew it. And look, again, everybody's going to be like, oh my God, we did it. We're 2-2 going into Big 12 play. We're going into bye week. We're going to have plenty of time to prepare for Oklahoma State. Blah, 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 whatever. Look, guys, come on. Let's get realistic here. Let's get realistic. We should not have won that fucking game. We should have lost. The only thing that saved us is the fact that Kansas is slightly less clutch than us. And Jalen Daniels has regressed to the point I've never seen a quarterback regress like this. This game showed me nothing about this team. I will say the offense looked a lot better because Neal Brown finally decided to start fucking pushing the ball downfield with our deep threat receivers like Clement, who had a fucking game. And Garrett Green was moving and was scrambling and was a mobile quarterback. But still, guys, like, that rain delay saved our ass, because without that rain delay, we lose. And the funny thing is, too, even with the rain delay, we came out flat again. They fucking scored a touchdown immediately after the rain delay to put themselves ahead. And for all intents and purposes, that game should have been over after they got that first down. It was just kind of crazy to watch. But, I mean, I got to give them credit. I mean, they didn't quit. Which I didn't expect them to quit, because they've never been one to quit. They've just been one to fucking fumble games away. But the defense is still a problem. The defensive line, I will say, we got away with a lot of offsides. Like, there was a sack in the first or second quarter where we were blatantly offsides. They didn't call it, and we got a sack on third down. And then on that last play where we forced a fumble on Jalen Daniels, we were fucking blatantly offsides. Like, he was clearly a half a second before the ball snapped, he jumped across the line, and he ended up getting a strip sack on Jalen Daniels. And lest we forget, before that, they just had a 36-yard pass. We were about to blow it again. We were about to fucking blow the game again. We were literally about to, again, this was an ass-off. It was a competition to see who could fucking lose the game first. And luckily for us, Kansas decided to lose this game. But guys, come on. Don't fall for the fucking banana in the tailpipe again. Neal Brown beat another fucking sub-500 team. Congratulations, you want a fucking medal? This team is not going on the road and beating fucking Oklahoma State. I mean, let's get real. When has Neal Brown ever beaten a ranked opponent that finished in the top 25? The only ranked team I feel like we've beat is Virginia Tech when they went 3-9 in 2021 or 2022. And fuck, who else did we beat with a winning that didn't finish in the top 25 but was ranked at the time? I don't know, but Neal Brown is the king of beating teams that he should beat. So I guess congratulations, you beat teams that you're better than. Whoop-de-fucking-doo-dah. Congratulations. The part of me is frustrated that the game ended the way it did because it's going to mask a lot of the team. Like, it's going to shield them from criticism for this next 2-week stretch. Because on paper, the season doesn't look like it's going very bad. We had a close loss to a rival. We got beat by a team that was clearly better than us. And then we have a gutsy win against a divisional, a conference opponent. And, then we beat the shit out of a fucking Albany fucking Great Danes. A fucking Marmaduke fucking Scooby-Doo team. Congratulations, you beat fucking Scooby-Doo's football team. Big fucking deal. On paper, it looks good, like the season's not going that bad so far. But guys, open your fucking eyeballs. Open your eyeballs. The coaching at times has been bad, and it's like, and first of all, how many fucking injuries do we have today? That's not going to be good going into Oklahoma State. How many fucking... The play calling at times is still god-awful. I mean, Neal Brown, he gets a big play down the field and then immediately goes right back to fucking inside zone again. This man has like 5 fucking plays in his playbook. Inside zone, screen, sweep play, and then maybe occasionally we'll get a fucking deep shot down the field and then another screen. That's his playbook. And at times during this game, the fucking play calling was questionable. I mean, Garrett Green is not a pocket passer. And again, that final drive masked a lot of his problems because he has some god-awful fucking throws and god-awful quarterback play at times. I mean, again, and I think people are going to overestimate this win. We're going to overhype this win. And yeah, a win is a win, but guys, open your fucking eyes. Number 1, Kansas sucks, cock. They're bad. They lost at home to fucking Nevada, Las Vegas. At home. After they were winning by double digits, too. And they lost another fucking close game. I don't even know who they lost to before that. It was, guys, come on. Open your eyes. This win doesn't tell us shit about this season. Again, call me when he beats a team above 500 or a ranked top 25 team. Then maybe I'll fucking change my mind. But until that point, we're still where we were before. We can't forget about the fucking debacle that happened against Pitt. Him throwing his fucking players under the bus. I guarantee you if he lost this game, he would have thrown his fucking players under the bus again. Because that's who he is. Guys... Don't lose. Keep your eye on the fucking ball. Is all I'm going to say. Keep your eye on the ball. This game doesn't tell us anything about what this team can accomplish. And in fact, it tells us more about how bad Kansas is. Because, again, just like we did last week, how do you blow a fucking double-digit lead with 4 minutes left when you force a fucking punt? And you have the ball. How do you blow a lead like that? Going 2-3 and outs. Like, I guess Lance Leipold wanted to fucking cosplay Neal Brown this game. Or something. Everybody is going, and this is what is going to frustrate me about this. Is that everybody is going to overhype this shit. And act like the season's fucking saved. And, we still have a shot at the playoff. Guys, in order for us to make the playoff, we have to fucking win out. And if you take this team, right? You take the team we have now, and you replace the opponent, Kansas, with any other fucking team that's worth a damn, we lose this game. The only reason why we won this game is because it's fucking Kansas, and this year, for some reason, Kansas can't hold on to a fucking lead to save their lives. It was an ass-off is the perfect way to describe it. I'm telling you. It's who could lose the game first. And we were lucky. But, with my luck and we'll probably fucking extend Neal Brown for 25 seasons, and then we'll end up finishing the year 6-6. Like, still, we're gonna play. We have to play after the bye week. We're playing Oklahoma State on the road, right? That's an L. So we're still 2-3, right? And again, this is what happened last year. The only difference between last year and this year is that, and we had a lot of these games, close games against bad teams, that we were able to fucking eke out a win. The only difference between last year and this year is that this year our schedule's way harder than last year. If you play like this against Kansas, you think you're going to beat fucking Oklahoma State? You really think we're going to beat them or Kansas State? No. Come on, guys. Let's get real. The problem is still Neal Brown. It always has been. And again, I would love to be wrong about this team. But call me when he gets a win against a top 25 opponent or a team with a winning fucking record. Like, what are we doing? We learned nothing. Nothing new happened. The same shit that always happened. We beat a team that was subpar at home in a game that should have never been fucking close, because if you look at the talent on the two teams, we were a better team than them. So it shouldn't have been this close. We should have been losing by 11 in the fourth fucking quarter. We're lucky. We got lucky. And yeah, maybe it's better to be lucky than good, but, luck will run out eventually. And I just don't know where we go from here. I don't, am I wrong? I mean, we still don't look that good. We look like a mid-ass fucking mid-team. We're 2-2, 500, mid. And we barely beat a fucking shit team. Am I supposed to be excited about that? I'm supposed to be excited that we barely beat fucking Kansas, who we've only ever lost to twice? I'm supposed to be excited about that. Just because Kansas was ranked preseason. And they end up fucking sucking dick and cock this year. I'm supposed to be excited that we beat that team? No, I have higher standards. And again, you could call me fucking delusional. All typical delusional West Virginia fan thinks they should be competing for a national title every year. No, but I expect us to beat Kansas by a lot more than fucking 4 points at home, coming off of a fucking heartbreaking loss. We should have came out here and annihilated them if we had a coach worth a damn. And here's the thing: if we had a coach worth a damn, we would be 3-1 right now. It's the truth. Be 3-1 right now, with a lot more impressive wins. And we still got a lot of the same problems. The defense still sucks. The passing defense still sucks. I mean, again, we got lucky with the fact that we didn't get called on offside on that fumble at the end of the game, because he was offsides. And we got lucky they didn't call that. But again, immediately preceding that, they gave up a 36-yard pass. We were about to blow the game again. We still have the same question marks. Garrett Green, questionable decision-making. Garrett Green, terrible pocket presence. Weird play calling from Neal Brown. The lack of defensive adjustments. Injury fucking issues on defense. False start penalties. Fucking terrible center play. God-awful fucking coaching. It's just... We got bailed out, but again, we didn't win the game. Kansas lost the game. They pulled the West Virginia. They fucking blew it at the end of the game. And again, look at the schedule. Look at our upcoming schedule, guys. It don't look very good. Let me see if I can bring this up on my watch, because come on, yo. I can't. I don't know where the fuck. But anyway, I don't really have much else to say. I'll tell you what, though, the rant that would have ensued if we would have lost, which was very likely possibility. I mean, I'm literally at the gym watching the fucking game because I had to, the fucking delay took so long. I'm like, fuck it, let me go work out. And then, of course, the game comes back on while I'm at the gym. I'm watching the game. I swear to God, I was thinking of shit to say in my head. Which is I guess that's partly why I'm pissed off, is because I was mentally prepared to go on a rant about us losing and how we need to fire the entire coaching staff. But I said it at the end of the Pitt video. He's got one more loss for me. And he's fucking squeaked by on this one. Squeaked by on this one. But good Lord Jesus, if we would have lost this game. That rant would have fed generations. But, am I wrong? Please tell me if I'm wrong. Or if I'm misreading something or miscalculating something. Because it feels like... It still feels like this team is not good. And it feels like we're underachieving still. And it still feels like we have the same coaching issues that we had. You know what I'm saying? Like, it still feels like we still have the same problems and that nothing was solved from last week. The only difference is that we didn't play a shitty team last week. I mean, say what you will about Pitt, but they're not as bad as fucking Kansas. That's just about the only thing in the result. The only difference in the result is that our opponent this week sucked and the opponent last week didn't and had a winning record. Neal Brown, the beating teams below 500 merchant, returned this week. He's a mid-ass coach. He's 2 games above 500 in 6 years. How many more fucking years are we going to give this guy? I'm tired of feeling like it's a fucking accomplishment to beat a shitty team. I'm tired of feeling like it's a fucking accomplishment to get the bowl eligibility. Which seems to be the bar that all our fans have fucking lowered the expectations to now. That 6 wins and going to a bowl game is enough. Not for this fucking team, not for this fucking school, it shouldn't be. But everybody's lowered their fucking expectations so low that beating a shitty Kansas team at home after a heartbreaking Pitt loss is somehow a fucking accomplishment. I'm going to be the realist. I'm going to be the critical voice. Because somebody's got to fucking do it. Somebody's got to wake everybody up from the fucking smelling the roses bullshit that happens every time we win a fucking game. And instead of looking at the fucking... And trying to see what the problems are and fix them, we just... This was a fucking Band-Aid on a bullet wound, this game was. We still have the same problems. And any team worth a damn, coach worth a damn, will take advantage of us. We're weak. We're a wounded dog that got lucky and escaped with a win at home. That's what happened today. I mean, what else is there to say? And I think as the season goes on, I'm going to be proven right again. When this team faces a team that isn't bad or below 500, we're going to get punched in the fucking mouth. And we're not going to be able to respond. And the coaching will continue to suck. And the players will continue to shrink in the moment because the coaching sucks. So they don't know what to do. And they get frustrated. And... then the whole team falls apart. And then people are going to start throwing each other under the fucking bus. And that's what's just going to happen. Again, I'm still pissed about the fucking Pitt loss from last week. So no, this didn't fucking satisfy me. Sorry. Maybe if we beat Oklahoma State on the road, maybe I'll give a shit. Maybe I'll give a shit then. But until that time, until we can beat a team worth a fucking damn, until we could actually perform up to our expectations that we should have of this team that was supposed to compete for a fucking Big 12 championship, until we live up to that hype that was said ad nauseum before the season started, I'm going to be sleeping on this team. I'm going to be fucking fast asleep. We'll see what happens. That's all I got to say, really. I mean, and then the rest of the college football, like Cincinnati looks actually pretty good. Either that or Houston's just bad. I mean, fuck, Kansas might be the second worst team in the Big 12 behind Houston. Houston is really, really, really bad. They look terrible. And it's just, we'll see what happens in the Big 12. Again, call me if we beat Oklahoma State. I'll be singing a different tune. But when we lose to Oklahoma State, and I have to get back in front of this God-fucking-forsaken camera and explain to you again what I've been saying. You saw what Nick Saban said in the pregame yesterday on Pat McAfee's show. He literally told Pat, you haven't given up hope on the season. And when Nick Saban has given up hope on his team, you know we suck. He witnessed that collapse against Pitt, just like we all did. And we all instinctually know that it's time for him to go. It's time for Neal Brown to go. And shit like this pisses me off because today what's going to happen is everybody's going to forget about what happened in Pitt. Everybody's going to forget about what happened at Pitt. Don't forget. I'm not going to forget. And I'm going to remember what happened. And don't forget what happened today, too, because, again, we had to have a miracle comeback to win this game. And an epic collapse on the opposing side to win this game against Kansas, who sucks. We need to be better.